Hello and welcome to another episode of Pixelmon Egglocke. This is episode 19, only 2 training episodes left. 40 minutes of training, well 44 to be precise. So we gotta get going here. Got that snazzy craft that Christmas came early this year. Come on, DEWGONGG, let's take out this nice boss fly gun. Oh man. Ice beam. I don't think I've ever found a yellow boss Flygon this whole time. That's pretty cool stuff, and I love the fact that I can two-shot him. DEWGONGG is such a beast. Even though I think I'm going to end up getting rid of Ice Beam. So, we gotta... selling stuff, which I'm not really going to be able to do anything with. But here's the plan. We got to get DEWGONGG up to level 100. And I think we're doing it this episode. We just want to go crazy. I also got 10 lucky blocks. If I remember, we'll open those up at the end. I just don't want to fill up my inventory right away. You know how that tends to happen. Okay, but we also want to level up Magmortar. And I think it's going to be between Magmortar and the other guy. And DEWGONGG. Because we want to get those guys nice and high, ready to fight. So that's what we are planning to do. Let's see, I didn't change some moves around a little bit now. I do have one potential choice to make on Magmortar. Of course, we're keeping Flamethrowers, Thunderbolt, and Focus Blast, but I had the idea to use Flame Charge. Now, Flame Charge will make it so if there's ever a time where I'm just like, you know, not having a crazy move to use or something, then I'll use that, gain a little bit of speed, and that'll help me greatly. So I think I'm going to keep that on him. Now, obviously, there's Fire Blast, which actually I might replace Fire Blast with, might replace Thunderbolt. I mean, not Thunderbolt. I might replace Flamethrower with Fire Blast just to have that extra damage. Because I just want the training. I just want the power points for the training. Didn't I just see a boss? What am I doing walking away from him? Yeah, I need the power points to make it train a little bit easier. So that's the plan for that. Now, that should be everything we need for Magmortar. I think all the EV training I'm going to be able to accomplish has already been done. So we have that going for us. I do have an EXP share on, okay, Fortress. I'm going to try to get Fortress up to 90, then I don't think he needs to really get any higher, since he just needs to take a couple hits at the beginning and then, you know, do his setups, and that's about all he's going to do. So I could have sworn I saw another pile of Flygons. Yeah, here they are. Raw. 40 and 89. That's the one we're looking for. And he's faster. DEWGONGG is, of course, slow, but I got that priority. 97. Oh, man. We're doing it. Let's try and Marowak. Alright. Now, the thing is with DEWGONGG, like, I'm going against something super effective and I can't even one-hit it. His damage isn't quite there, but people will be very intimidated by him. And come on, we need to get DEWGONGG to level 100. Just because. And that's pretty much the only way he's going to be very effective at leveling. I never actually checked it, but I think DEWGONGG probably has a good leveling rate. Because, well, he seems to level easily for me, and I don't see any reason whatsoever why he would be a difficult Pokemon to level. Just because he's not... Normally it's the really good Pokemon that take a long time to level, like those pseudo-legendaries, like my Salamence, for example, the Metagrosses, things like that take a long time to level. So that is one thing we do normally have to consider. Alright, let's switch that EXP share off onto Porygon 2. I'll for sure take as many levels as possible on Porygon 2. You know what? I think I'm going to keep the EXP share on Porygon 2 through the extent of my training, whatever that may be. And any levels that I get will siphon off to him, because he could definitely be quite a monster if I get him real strong. But I think Porygon 2 and Magmortar are my biggest desires to get leveled up after the DEWGONGG, because Magmortar has a good nature. He's probably my best Pokemon, in all honesty. I mean, aside from Salamence, he probably is. Just because Salamence, well, he's good for the, he's good for what he is, but he's just hard to level. So if I could get him to 100, he would be my best, but he also has a bad nature, so I don't want to, you know, invest fully into him. Salamence, I'm probably going to try to get up to 90 and then leave it at that. So I think my levels are pretty solid, at least better than average when it comes to other people. I think my team is average when it comes to other people, but I tend to think I know what I'm doing when it comes to Pixelmon battles. Now, of course, with the recent updates, I don't know as well as I used to for sure, but I think I'll still know enough that it shouldn't be a problem. I, of course, don't have a dragon move on Salamence anymore. A couple people were saying that is a little strange, and well, certainly it is. I mean, having my stab move on him be fly is risky entirely. But I really need the coverage. I really need a ground move on someone, and I really need a rock move on everyone. I think rock type is probably the most important type you can have on a team. I don't know if there's like an actual statistic about it, but I always feel like I need rock type on a team. Rock type attacks somewhere, and just having one Pokemon with that on my team makes me a little nervous as is. So Salamence is not an expendable Pokemon for us. We gotta use him wisely when it comes down to battling. Anyway, when it does come down to battling, I do know who I'm gonna fight, and I think it's safe to tell you now, because we released brackets on Twitter where you guys can actually place your bets on who you think is gonna do well and who you think is going to, you know, win-lose. You could even draw it all out for the entire tournament. A couple of us were doing that last night, and you can make it so if you like do actually guess the entire thing right, we're just going to be astounded by you. So that would be really cool if you end up doing something like that. But yeah, that's on Twitter, so I'm going up against Panda first. Interesting, huh? The last season Pixelmon Egglocke champion going up against the Pixelmon Island champion. I just love that the randomizer decided to do that. We were even considering, it's like, maybe we should mix up a couple things to make things interesting. No, the randomizer set me up with a really good start. And a few other people have some really good matchups too. So I made my own potential brackets of how things might go, and it's a lot of bias in there. I mean, obviously I put myself as the winner because I'm planning to win. Now, planning to win and thinking you're going to win are two different things. I don't know if I'm going to win just because of, you know, a lot of it relies and comes down to the team, but I am planning to win because like every move I make is going to be intended to make me win the battle and like, you know, come out overall on top. I'm not just planning to win battles, I'm planning to win the entire thing. If I wanted to just win battles, I could set up some TMs to make myself specifically good against Panda or something like that. And like, you know, DJ or Richie, whoever I'm going up against after that, yeah, it's a solid first couple battles for me. So that's going to be one of the hardest times in the tournament. But other than that, it's really going to come down to, you know, if I'm going to be able to carry through and beat anyone's team in the tournament. Because that's the thing about a double elimination tournament. If you can't beat everyone, then chances are you won't win. Because the best move on. And if you're going to make it to the end, well, you have to do the best. Simple as that. That's why I like that style of tournament so much. Anyway, if we do come into any trouble, we will be put into the loser bracket, which we can fight our way back out of. I've done it before. Pixelmon Island Season 2, which is probably my favorite season just because, well, it was very difficult. But, you know, never know. I don't know. So, let's see if we can continue on. Magmortar should be getting past 90 this episode. We, of course, already have our, there we go, there's 90. We already have everyone else looking good. I might get DEWGONGG to 99 this episode, just so I can casually get that last level I need in the final episode. That would probably be the most strategic way to do it. But, oh man, hopefully you guys like the thumbnail for this episode. This is like the one time where I have it made ahead of time, and I'm like, oh, I'm really happy with this, because it was like a joke that expanded into something beautiful. I probably shouldn't fight Suicunes with Magmortar, even though I might have to in the battle. Panda does have a Suicune, and I do have counters. Now, that is one of the reasons why I want to put the Toxic on DEWGONGG, because if I have Toxic on DEWGONGG, and I have DEWGONGG out against the Suicune, he'll probably keep the Suicune out. Well, we were joking around about how Panda's unpredictable because he doesn't know what he's doing. But theoretically, someone who has a Suicune out against the DEWGONGG, they'd keep it like that. Because, well, Suicune's better than DEWGONGG, and Suicune would win that matchup in most scenarios. But I can drop a Toxic on him and just ruin his best Pokemon. And that's what I plan to do, if it comes up against that. Another way I could do it is, of course, just use Porygon 2. I think Porygon 2 could tank through the Suicune plenty, but I don't know exactly what his Suicune has on it. I don't know how to, you know, plan against something like that, so we'll end up seeing what happens when it happens. But I think I'll be able to take him out. Obviously, Magmortar's not the guy to take on Suicune. He's more of to have, you know, electric against like the flying types and something.
Flygon!
But we do have the... Oh yeah, you know, I didn't even do that yet. Porygon 2. I traded Cloud to get this Thunderbolt. Just a little bit of an upgrade to Discharge. There we go. And I already got a Toxic on Porygon 2 as well. So yeah. Things are looking fairly awesome. So let's see, who we still need to go over on the team, because this is going to be my big planning episode where I tell you guys everything I'm doing. Fortunately, the way we're setting up the tournament and doing it, people won't be able to watch this and know my plans. Well, I guess maybe the finalists, but they'll probably see me battling other people before then anyway, so... Let's see. Kill him. Yeah, I'll get everyone to 90 this episode, then last episode we just bulk up. Not to be confused with the common move. Well, I guess it's not common. It's a terrible move. Well, it's not terrible on certain Pokemon, I suppose. I don't know. Let's see. DEWGONGG. Yeah, I think I'm feeling the Toxic for him. As you have probably noticed, Mr. Mime is at a staggeringly low level. Now, don't worry. This is intentional. Now, at first, I was just leaving Mr. Mime behind, because he's certainly my weakest Pokemon, and I don't really see him being anything amazing in the tournament. However, we have a plan that'll make him usable, even at his level, and with this plan, increasing his level won't really be that much more useful. So, what we have on him is a Focus Sash. Now, what a Focus Sash does is it makes it so if you are pretty much about to get one hit, you survive that hit. So, if you know someone uses a crazy good move on him, he'll live. Well, if someone uses any move on him since he's such a low level, he'll live. So he has that. He also has a couple of tricky moves that'll help me out with that kind of a setup. Do you just try self-destruct when there's no Pokemon out here? You monster. Alright, hit him with that Earthquake. There we go. Warp. I don't really need a Thunder Wave TM. What? Did I spell warp wrong? Warp Desert. Maybe I was in all caps. Don't blame me. Alright. So, what else do we have? What was I saying? Guys, I forget what I was saying. Oh yeah, Mr. Mime. I'll look at the moves on him right after this. We have Calm Mind and Baton Pass. Now we also have Psychic and Reflect. If I have an extra time alive, I'll use Reflect. If I'm against another low level and I am super effective, I'll use Psychic as this one damaging move. But when we send out Mr. Mime, we are going to use Calm Mind until they attack us. Once they do, we are going to Baton Pass. And we are going to get that Calm Mind onto Porygon 2. Now, Porygon 2 is a special attacking... Oh, do we have a big old boss here? Oh, ho, ho. Alright. Porygon 2 is a special attacking, tanky monster. Having special attack and tanking stats on him will make him that much more effective. So that's the plan. Ooh, this... I don't even know if I can beat this boss, Groudon. Tell you the truth. See, oh, he hit me with a fissure. Alright, I'm going to try to use my Pokemon that don't have the lucky eggs on them first to weaken him up. Ooh, Toxic from here might be a good idea. Yeah, let's drop a Toxic on him. Because I think the bosses are fixed, so if you know, wear him down, you do get this stuff from him now. Let's see. Oh, Porygon 2 might be him. You know, let's send out DEWGONGG just so we make sure we get some DEWGONGG experience here. There we go. That's how effective Toxic is. I love Toxic. Alright, some stuff on the ground there. How much more time do I have? I think I have 4 more minutes, if I'm correct. Let's see, what TMs were there? Will-O-Wisp. Don't see myself using that. Okay. Let us continue on then. So, maybe it's level 100 DEWGONGG this episode. You know what? Let's get a level 100 DEWGONGG this episode. Ooh, might be a struggle. Alright, maybe not a level 100 DEWGONG this episode. You know what I'm doing with DEWGONG anyway. And the video strikes again. But we are all good. Let's see, we talked about Mr. Mime, we talked about Magmortar, Special Attack and Sweeper. We talked about, briefly about Porygon 2. Obviously, we're setting them up to tank as much as possible. And, make the best we can out of that. So we will attempt that. Fortress, you guys, know what it is. You know what, Fortress, I think I can go ahead and put my last TM on you now. Let's go ahead and put Stealth Rock on you over Bug Bite. So his moves are literally Spikes and Stealth Rock. We're going to set up with him. I have Rapid Spin in case someone else is doing the same thing. I can get rid of their setups. And I have Explosion as my grand finale. It's a pretty common setup for him. A pretty dark setup when you think about it. But it sounds like a plan to me. That's what we're doing. So let's go ahead and go through with that. Let's see. I kind of want to get DEWGONG up there this episode, but I don't know if I'll be able to, so let's just get another level from Magmortar or something. Having that Porygon 2 up there, I could switch the EXP share onto someone else, and I might even, for the last episode, just throw it on Mr. Mime so he has some stuff to him, because he'll get the experience pretty quickly. But I do think a high-level Porygon 2 is a really good thing to have, just because tanky Pokemon, having them at a higher level just puts them at that much more of an advantage. If you have a level 100 Pokemon going up against the level 90 tanky Pokemon, then the level 100 will have an advantage. He'll probably be able to wear it down. You need your tanky Pokemon to be at a high level if you're going to be successful with it. But I don't know. I think that's our goal. Let's see. Ooh, the one-shot. Oh, we crit. Okay, and Snore, Recycle. A couple other things I don't really care about. As I said, we don't really need money anymore. So we won't really worry about that. This last level is going to be painful, isn't it? Oh, not that painful. Just grabbing up a couple levels when we can. That was an unnecessary fight. He's a low level. He gave me 180 XP. My god. Yeah, but you can see it just Porygon 2 gets 132 XP when DEWGONG gets even more at a higher level. So DEWGONG has a high leveling rate for sure. Just looking at the stats there. Alright, this may be the last fight of the episode. Taking on a boss Groudon. Can DEWGONG do it? Can we DEWGONG this? Can we DEWGONG this? Okay, obviously he's a physical tank, so I can't really take him on with that. Let's see, I think Salamence currently has the lucky egg, so let's send out Porygon 2. I meant to hit Toxic Eyes, honestly. I honestly did. I didn't mean to hit Thunderbolt. Alright, Toxic. So, ooh, that hurt. Go, Mr. Mime. What were we finishing off with? I don't know. Let's, oh yeah, we don't have the energy ball on him anymore. Kind of a waste of an energy ball TM, honestly, but still. Alright, so we'll see if we can do it on him. Alright. Now here's the position where we may be a little bit in trouble. Yeah, you see when he just kills us with 2 separate hits. In fact, maybe Mr. Mime getting some levels so he has more speed would be a good idea. Alright, Salamence is our last chance to take this guy down. Then again, we're right next to the healer. I can always just heal. Yeah, we're just gonna heal. We're gonna have to. My god! Let's see, Fortress. Magmortar certainly can't take him on. Explosion! Oh, he rested. Can I please just run? No? Really? Alright, I'm gonna flamethrower Groudon. It's actually my best damage on him yet. If he stays asleep, Magmortar got this. Because he's a obviously physical tank. I think he has only 90 special defense base. So, there we go. Magmortar did it. Got a Firestone off that, fitting. But thank you guys for watching this episode. My next episode will be with Panda, actually. And we're going to be debating a little bit before the final battle. So, hopefully you guys have enjoyed this. Leave a like if you have. Get excited for the final episodes. And I will see you next time. There's probably no one there. Alright, we gotta do this quick. Okay, let's do this. Let's go. Okay. Anything? No, no, it's empty. Okay. Alright, better close the door. What do we have? What do we have? Anything? No?